Relativity applies to physics, not ethics. As long as there are sovereign nations possessing great power, war is inevitable. The individual must not merely wait and criticize, he must defend the cause the best he can. The fate of the world will be such as the world deserves. The scientist is activated by a wonder and awe before the mysterious comprehensibility of the universe which is yet finally beyond his grasp. In its profoundest depths it is inaccessible to man. The health of society thus depends quite as much on the independence of the individuals composing it as on their close political cohesion. I do not believe in immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern with no superhuman authority behind it. Education is not received. It is achieved. I very rarely think in words at all. A thought comes, and I may try to express it in words afterwards. Those who manage their way into a crisis are not necessarily the right people to manage their way out of a crisis. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. I asked myself childish questions and proceeded to answer them. To get to know a country, you must have direct contact with the earth. It's futile to gaze at the world through a car window. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. Time is not at all what it seems. It does not flow in only one direction, and the future exists simultaneously with the past. I don't pretend to understand the universe. It's much bigger than I am. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Outer changes always begin with an inner change of attitude. Brief is this existence, as a visit in a strange house. The path to be pursued is poorly lit by a flickering consciousness. The wonder of nature does not become smaller because one cannot measure it by the standards of human moral and human aims. The future is not a gift, it is an achievement. The road to perdition has ever been accompanied by lip service to an ideal. The person who reads too much and uses his brain too little will fall into lazy habits of thinking. The important thing is not to stop questioning. A perfection of means, and confusion of aims, seems to be our main problem. Truth is what stands the test of experience. To know is nothing at all, to imagine is everything. The most powerful force in the world is compound interest. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. Creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else has ever thought. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. The human spirit must prevail over technology. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. An empty stomach is not a good political advisor. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile.